pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A moment of silence, please. All right, thank you. Please have a seat. At this time, I'd like to wish Miss Carmen Campbell a happy birthday. The entire month of June is now her birthday. All right.
21 at last.
20, yes, what?
21 at last.
121. Roll call, please.
Karlovic.
Here.
Kramer. Reichner.
Here.
Reese. Eister.
Give it a second. Technical difficulties. All right, at this time, we're going to table the second reading of the Commercial Building Inspection Ordinance number 1285 for the Code Department. It will be talked about at the same meeting as the landlord meeting. All right, I'll make a motion. I'll jump up today. An executive session was held July 3rd, 2018 to discuss personnel matters, and an executive session was held at 5 p.m. today to discuss personnel matters. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes and reports of the Fire Department, Police Department, Treasurer, Engineer, Code Office, Health Department, and Health Department.
Reese.
Yes.
Eister.
Yes.
Karlovic.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Is there any audience comment on agenda items only at this time?
Yes.
Please stand and approach the podium, state your name.
Regina Russell, community activist, elected Democrat committee woman for Ward 2. When will the landlord meeting be rescheduled since it's going to be canceled tomorrow?
When we get, there's some things that we got to look into, and it's the same way with the commercial building inspection. Some things in that ordinance that are conflicting with what I think we want to do. So we're going to review that, and the other ordinances, we're going to get all our ducks in a row with what we're doing with the tax situation.
May I ask approximately, you're saying 2-week delay, a month delay?
I don't know. We got to get together where we can sit down and discuss stuff with the solicitor.
Thank you.
Any other audience comment on agenda items only? All right, at this time, Councilman Eister, change order number 7.
Okay. First of all, back to Chestnut Street, the completion in phase 2. We're finishing things out, I'll go through some change orders. First thing I wanted to make that a notation of, change order number 7. Increase in the change order was $55,408.86. Looking at this correctly, everyone's broken out here. I'm going to make the motion for each one of these individually. I can make a motion to change or to pay that increase in the change order, number 7. Thank you.
Karlovic.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Reese. Eister.
Yes. Change order number 10. Just to break out, UGI, which is the gas company, is paying $68,544.27. Excuse me. Liquid fuels out of Chris's department, $59,011.32. Total $127,555.59. That's for phase 2 of Chestnut Street.
That's from last year, right?
Yes, these are just,
Carry over to my I knew it was, yeah.
okay. Make that motion.
Second.
Thank you.
Karlovic.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Reese.
Yes.
Eister.
Yes. Also, change order number 11 for Chestnut Street Phase 2. CDBG, $55,000. City funds, $15,746.80. Liquid fuels, $5,454.86. Total $76,201.66. That's for change order number 11. Form of motion.
Second.
Thank you.
Karlovic.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Reese.
Yes.
Eister.
Yes. Mr. Sterling is making sure I make a notation in this motion we just had. It was a change from the 55,000. So this isn't totally accurate. She's saying here in this change order, Phase 2 change order number 11 is actually CDBG is $52,667.99. City funds, $18,070.81. Total being the same as change order number 11, which is $76,201.66. Apparently, the numbers have to be rejockeyed around. Please note, okay. That's what has happened there. Just going to correct that motion on change order number 11. Sorry about that. To those numbers I just read.
So wait, did anything come out of liquid fuels then?
Yes, the 5,454.
Same amount.
Yes, same amount. Your numbers didn't change. The other two numbers changed. Let's inform a motion to correct number 11.
Second.
Thank you.
Karlovic.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Reese.
Yes.
Eister.
Yes. Documents ready to sign. I did the certification for phase, the next one, I already took care of that.
All right. I'll make a motion that we repeal Chapter 121, Peace and Good Order, B and C2, 3, and 4. For the second reading.
We did it all. Not to mention it all, we're good. On the second.
Kramer.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Reese.
Yes.
Eister. Karlovic.
Yes. Councilman Reichner for the second reading, Chapter 89.
Yeah, Chapter 89 is Sunbury Fire Department Cost Recovery Reimbursement. The intent and purpose of this chapter is to adopt a Sunbury Fire Department Cost Recovery Reimbursement Code to authorize the city fire department to seek and recover reimbursement of costs as allowed under the applicable law. If anybody wants to see this in full, you can get a copy of it at the clerk's office. So I make the motion that we approve the second reading so this can go and be enacted.
Reichner.
Yes.
Reese.
Abstain.
Eister.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Karlovic.
Yes.
I missed somebody. Okay, there you go.
All right, now some of you might have picked up the a pamphlet up here stating about the Sunbury City Flag Guidelines. I feel that our great city of Sunbury is becoming quite divided in numerous ways, whether it being political parties or us in general as people. I have reached out to State Representative Linda Slagle Colbert about the process of implementation of an official city flag. The information that she has returned to me allows our city to either pass by resolution or ordinance a city flag to represent our community. We have so much history here dating back to our founding in 1772 and even before. Our city deserves an official flag to represent Sunbury, to let everyone know that we are here and we are here to stay. A flag can be unifying to our city and portray our history, our values, and our pride. People that have never met before can feel unity towards one another, knowing that they are part of the same community, and the city can look to its flag flying high above in times of trouble and crisis and remember that the city will continue. I truly believe that we need this now more than ever. The person with the best flag design that is chosen to represent Sunbury will receive from the city their design on a flag and a resolution placing them forever in the history books of Sunbury as the designer of the official Sunbury city flag. I now make a motion that we begin to accept Sunbury flag design submissions from anyone that feels their design will symbolize and represent Sunbury the best. Anyone can submit a Sunbury flag design if they follow the guidelines and rules that are attached to the official Sunbury flag entry form, and submissions will be accepted until 4:30 p.m. on December 31st, 2018.
Gary, do we need a motion for that?
He'd like a motion.
Oh,
He made a motion, he needs a
I'll
second.
second.
Ister,
yes.
Karlovic,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Reichner,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Councilman Reese.
Yeah, the Fireman's Memorial Parade in service, is coming on October 14th. They put in for their road closure along Market from 2nd to 10th. So just make a motion that we approve that road closure for that parade.
A second.
Karlovic,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Reichner,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Ister,
Yes.
Councilman Ister, amendment to the lease, Curlin?
Yes. Sarah and I sat down with the CareerLink here a month or so ago. We've got a 3% rate increase on the rent on the 3rd floor and 2nd floor. Its sum now is $100,425. The monthly payment is $1,368.75, increase of 3%. I make a motion that we accept the agreement and have the mayor sign it.
Second.
Kramer,
Yes.
Reichner,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Ister,
Yes.
Karlovic.
Yes. Councilman Ister, resolution open container.
Hamburger Festival open container, I'd like to make a motion for permission to open containers on that day. I don't have the date, it's listed here, it's September.
It's the
August 17th.
17th in the evening and the 18th after hours on the riverfront. The 17th will be on Market Street.
September was the wine festival. Yes, I'm sorry, make that formal motion. Thank you.
Reichner,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Ister,
Yes.
Karlovic.
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kramer, the resolution.
We need to pass resolution to sign, allow the mayor to sign documents for the automatic red light enforcement program, which is to replace red lights. It's called our lane, and I'd like to make that into the form of a motion.
Second.
Reese,
Yes.
Ister,
Yes.
Karlovic.
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Reichner,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kramer, pay invoices.
I'd like to make a motion that we pay the invoices of $156,138.40 for the general fund. There's no additional expenses this month.
Ister. Bills.
Nothing here.
You're voting.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Karlovic.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Reese.
Yes.
All right, Councilwoman Kramer, tax exoneration.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept these exoneration requests. Most of them are duplicate bills or deceased.
A second it.
Karlovic.
Yes.
Kramer.
Yes.
Reichner.
Yes.
Reese. Ister.
Yes.
All right, at this time, we're gonna have our solicitor, Joe Reese, read the statement.
At this time, I'm going to make a statement concerning our Chief of Police, Timothy Miller. And I will let you all know that while I wrote this statement, it has been approved by Chief Miller, and he has given me permission to read it tonight. It is with great sorrow that I must announce the end of the employment of Timothy Miller as Chief of Police for the City of Sunbury. For those who do not know, Tim is a close personal friend of mine, and I am sad to see him leave his current employment. However, I know that Tim will go on to do great things in life, especially with the support of his loving wife and children. Many of you may be surprised, but Tim leaves the city without controversy on either side. We are sorry to see him go, and I know he is disheartened to leave, but his respite from employment in the field of law enforcement is definitely in the best interest of all involved. With Tim's permission, I will give you all as much detail as possible concerning the reason for his departure from our force. Again, it may be a surprise, but Tim has been suffering from hidden wounds that have caused him much distress in his professional and private life. Tim has battled and suffered silently through pain most of us could hardly imagine. While Tim's wounds are not visible to most whom he interacted with daily, they are very visible to his family who have shared Tim's struggle for several years. Until recently, Tim has suffered alone. Today, we offer our support and prayers to him and his family. We have all arrived at an agreement that is in the best interest of Tim's health, to retire from his over 20-year law enforcement career to pursue other passions in his life. Given the obvious legal constraints, I cannot go into further specifics relative to Tim's diagnosis. Also, due to legal constraints, I cannot go into the specific terms of the employment separation agreement between Chief Miller and the city, most of which has been dictated by the terms of the Chief's employment contract with the city. What I can specifically tell you is that by mutual agreement, Tim will immediately be placed on administrative leave, which will end April 31st, 2019, and will be paid accordingly until said date, as per his contract. Thank you.
All right, I'll make a motion to accept the terms of the employment separation agreement between Tim Miller and the City of Sunbury.
I'll second it.
Kramer?
Yes.
Reichner?
Yes.
Reese?
Yes.
Eister?
Yes.
Karlovic?
Yes. All right, at this time, I'll make the announcement that everybody seems to be waiting for. Corporal Brad Hare is now officer in charge for temporary basis for the Sunbury Police Department. No one could ever have foreseen the possible amount of loss this year that our Sunbury Police Department and our city budget is currently facing with losing officers for various reasons. Every time an officer leaves employment from us, we must take from the budget and pay them for the benefits that they have earned. The current status of the Sunbury Police Department consists of 7 full-time officers, 2 part-time officers, and 1 new recruit from our recent civil service testing who becomes available to hire as a full-time officer around September. The remainder of 2018 will definitely be tough for all of our officers in the Sunbury Police Department. I have full faith in our city and police department, and we shall pull through this. 2019 will be a success for the city of Sunbury and our police department. It takes time to adjust to unforeseen changes and to adapt accordingly and to find the resources that are needed. We must all work together and have patience until then and have trust in the process. Towards the beginning of this year, Tim Miller announced that he had turned over the Barbara Miller investigation to our very own Corporal Travis Bremergen, who was also part of the task force on this case. To the family and friends of Barbara Miller, and to all of the followers of this reopened investigation, be it known and understood that this case is not and will not be affected in any way by Tim Miller no longer being the police chief here in Sunbury. I remain absolutely committed to bringing justice to anyone involved in the disappearance of Barbara Miller. Corporal Bremergen will continue to spearhead this investigation in order to bring justice for Barbara Miller and answers to her loved ones. We all should treat our officers with respect and courtesy because that's what they deserve. I have conducted ride-alongs with numerous officers at different times and dates for hours on end to be able to view how our officers are patrolling the streets, receiving calls, their interaction with the general public, and what they have to deal with, and to show them that they are supported by their mayor. I have witnessed young kids run up to our officers to give them high fives, a hug, or give a specially made drawing to them and to say thank you. I have seen the interaction between our officers and members of the public that are disabled, young and old, and minorities. And our police officers do show that our department is here for the betterment of our community. I have also seen what our officers truly deal with while patrolling our streets and the interactions of those who do not cooperate or are negative with the police department. I have witnessed our officers being called pigs and oinking sounds made by the public to the officers while they are patrolling the streets. And I've seen the negative interactions of those who have broken the law and are cursing at our officers, which tend to make the situations more intense for all involved. I want our Sunbury Police Department to know that I truly support our police and will do my best to promote the positive and bring about a better and stronger Sunbury for all. Being a cop is tough work because they are dealing with all the negative and the worst actions of people. It has been brought to my attention recently that 2 of our officers have been recognized for the courageous support to another municipality. Sunbury Police Department Corporal Travis Bremagen and Patrolman Kiefer Bathgate both received a meritorious certificate from Mayor Brown of Shamokin and a certificate of recognition from State Representative Kurt Mosser for the courageous actions of providing support to the Shamokin Police Department during an armed standoff incident on February 26th and 27th of this year. Thank you, Corporal Travis Bremagen and Patrolman Kiefer Bathgate, for your courageous actions and support of another municipality during a time of need, and thank you to the entire Sunbury Police Department for all you do and have to deal with. All right, now for the announcements. Meeting with the landlords scheduled for July 10th is canceled. A new meeting date will be announced. The next city council meeting is July 23rd at 6:15 p.m. in these chambers. At this time, is there any audience comment? All right, thank you all for coming out tonight. This meeting is now adjourned.
I don't even want to see it. Half of them won't even be allowed to be shown in public.
Fantastic job over there.